This quick tutorial is about a web tool called Capzles, and it is a presentation tool that is great for teachers and staff, but really cool for students as well. And the really nice part about it is also an iPhone, which doubles as an iPad app. So kids can create all the way through this process with an iPad. So I'm going to show you with the end in mind, and this is one that I did not create, but I wanted you to see and look at. So this is what the end product kind of looks like. You can see that there is PDF files, Word files, PowerPoint files. These are videos, and you can see those are pictures. You can stack them. You can put more than one picture in a group, so you could see there's lots of potential for different things that you could do with this, as far as field trips or projects or science, or telling a story and a narrative with pictures. Who knows? But this is the end result. You have your adjustments here. They can have sound in them, but that is up to you. So now, shifting gears. Did I tell you this is a free site as well as a free app? So that makes it all the more useful for you and your students. So when you log in and create an account, it's free. It's a couple steps, but this is you'll go into create, and this is the window that you get. And so I'm going to just very quickly highlight these. Title and description, it allows you to change your colors down here. It allows you to change your text right here. So whatever your project, this is going to be behind all of your pictures. And so you can title it sample, for example, here, and there it is. And now we can change our text, and we can go to here, and then we can grab a different color and just continue doing that. So as we go down through this, tags and categories goes if you're sharing and if it's going to be searched on the internet. So probably not incredibly useful to us, but it also is, if you're dealing with older kids, it might be a way to share it as well. So the cool part here is adding content. You can add content directly to your timeline with pictures, video, sounds, whatever you would like to do. You can also add Word files, PowerPoints, all of those things. So whatever your kids are creating, they can add that directly into it. And they can create, if you wanted to, for an example, you could create chapters within a book. Each student chapter could be a field trip, their take on a field trip, or whatnot, but you can use it however you want to. You can upload an entire stack into your timeline, or you can upload pictures into your timeline. You can also blog directly onto your timeline, which means you can simply add text. So if you're creating a story, it makes it very convenient that you can add the story directly into the narrative, if you will. Once you have added your content in, I'm not going to bore you with that step, but you can simply click on any one of these, and then you can just simply go and grab files, whether they're pictures or video files or MP3s or Word or Excel, any of those kind of things. Then they are in your presentation. Very nice, very handy. The next thing here is designing your capsule. So each of your students can personalize their capsule as well, or you can personalize it. You've got lots of options. Some of them are animated, some of them are not, and so you can kind of go through that in that way. And so I'm going to just pick the music here, and this will be animated. This will continue to move, and if you see it's highlighting and those things, that's the cool part of this. The next piece down in this puzzle is you can go to add background music, and so you can simply upload music into the file, and you can play it. If it's a longer video, you can play it on just one stack. You can do all sorts of cool things with it just by simply clicking your upload and going and finding that music. A great site to get music from for students is a site called Krafta, KRAFTA.info. Kids like that, and it works pretty well for a good source of music as well. The next step in this process is capsule privacy, and so, which is obviously important for us dealing with students and different age levels, if you will. You can set this to friends only, nobody, And if it's nobody, then only you can see it, and so only you could show it. If it's everybody, then you could share the link pretty easily via email or those kind of things as well. And so very nice, easy setup here. So if you want it private, you can do that, or you could also set it to public depending on what you're working with. Remember, if there's students' pictures, names, faces, and that you might adjust your privacy settings to the private option so that they're not exposing our kids on any of those things. Once you're finished, you simply click I'm finished, and it is now a saved file, and you can share it. You can embed it on a wiki space, potentially on a SharePoint site, on your website. You could do a lot of things to share these. Your kids can have all sorts of options with this. There's lots of possibilities with this, and I am not going to go through all of those because I believe you have way more capability than I can think of. But this is a very cool site that's just kind of been hitting the scene with presentations, and so I thought that it might be useful for you to have an option to look at this before the end of the school year. Alright, to wrap this all up, Capzles.com, similar to Animoto, but way more options and way more control for you or your students. Highlights free. It's web-based, but most importantly, it's also iPad-based. It allows you and students to create off yours or their iPads. And the last piece is it's very user-friendly. I hope this is useful to you, and hope the rest of the school year goes well.